Okay, wow, it's happening. What's going on? Episode 1 of a brand new podcast. First of all, I just want to say thank you for being here. Day one, you're supporting me. That's amazing. I cannot possibly thank you enough. I'm Kevin Manno. It's First Thing with Kevin Manno, just a daily rundown. I'll keep it quick of everything people are going to be talking about. Today is Monday, January 10th, 2022. It was on this date in 1999 that The Sopranos premiered on HBO, iconic TV show. Kind of ushered in this current golden age of television we're living in. So, yeah, January 10th, the day that iconic things premiere, I guess. I'm always going to start with the biggest news headlines that we should all be aware of, and the biggest story in my orbit, at least you probably heard last night. If you're just hearing this for the first time, I'm sorry to say that Bob Saget passed away. I'm going to have more information about this coming up in entertainment news, but it's very sad. That huge apartment fire in the Bronx yesterday that left 19 people dead was caused by a, quote, malfunctioning electric space heater. They're still investigating exactly how it happened, but that's what they're saying so far. 63 people were injured by severe smoke inhalation. It's such a heartbreaking story. According to USA Today, the U.S. is now averaging more than 700,000 new COVID cases per day. U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or AOC for short, she is one of those 700,000. She just tested positive. She announced it yesterday. Dr. Fauci said, "I would not be surprised at all if we go over 1 million cases per day." At one point in June, the U.S. averaged like 11,000 a day. That number is supposed to decline by the end of the month, though. The holidays are a big reason for the spike. Some sports news for you. The NFL's longest regular season ever is officially over. The postseason has arrived. The Steelers shocked everyone last night with an overtime win over the Ravens. The Raiders and the Chargers had a nail-biter too. The Raiders ultimately won that one 35-32 in overtime. So now 14 teams remaining. The games start on Saturday, and we're about a month away from Super Bowl 56 in Los Angeles. One of the guys on the Buffalo Bills yesterday, his name is Stephon Diggs. He honored Betty White before the game. He had some pretty rad custom shoes with her face on one shoe. It was like airbrush, and the other one said, "Thank you for being a friend." We have photos of these shoes on our Instagram, up on our stories right now, at First Thing Pod on Instagram if you're not following. Those photos are up there. Also in sports, a Tom Brady rookie card just went up for auction, and it's expected to break all sorts of records. It's, I guess, going to go for around $2 million. In entertainment news, so this one hurts. Bob Saget passed away. He was 65 years old. He was found dead in a hotel room in Orlando yesterday. As of now, there is no word on the cause of death. Police say there were no signs of foul play or drug use. I grew up obsessed with Full House, even America's Funniest Home Videos. I know that he had like a much dirtier, more adult side to his comedy, and he was actually just in the middle of a stand-up tour, returning to his roots. Tons of celebrities and his friends shared their shock and their grief on social media last night. John Stamos, he was Uncle Jesse on Full House. He said, "I am broken, I am gutted, I am in complete and utter shock. I will never, ever have another friend like him. I love you so much, Bobby." I always thought it was so great that all of that cast really stayed as close as they did. My heart goes out to everyone that knew him. I mean, by all accounts, just a great guy. Much happier news here. Josh Duhamel is engaged. Yeah, he announced it on Instagram over the weekend. And his ex-wife Fergie commented, "Congrats," with a bunch of green hearts, so she's happy for him. His fiance is Audra Mari, who, by the way, in 2016 was Miss World America. Now, I hope you're okay with, stories about farts, because Will Smith was working out with the Miami Dolphins, and he farted hard, loud. He shared the video. I don't know why he did, but he did, on Instagram, and he captioned it, "They said to relax all my muscles." And I'm sorry, but there is one more story here about farts. This one's just too weird, and it keeps going. The story's been in the news for weeks, and it just won't go away. I don't know if you've heard. Her name is Stephanie Manno. I think that's how you say it. She was on 90 Day Fiancé. She developed a following online after that, and she announced a while back that she was going to sell her farts in jars. Sounds insane. She made $200,000 doing that. I'm not joking. But then, because of the diet that was allowing her to, produce so much gas, she went to the hospital. She said she was retiring from the jar farting game for health reasons. But now she's back, and she's selling them as NFTs, digital farts. I feel so stupid saying all of these words. I really do. If you're confused by the story, you are not alone. Let's move on. There's a new tree species, and it was just named after well-known environmental advocate Leonardo DiCaprio. It's called the DiCaprio tree. It's a small tropical evergreen tree with yellow flowers growing from its trunk. Congrats, Leo. In movie and TV news, the Golden Globes kinda happened yesterday. It wasn't televised, and honestly, there was nothing to televise. There was no ceremony at all, partially because of COVID, but I think the main reason, honestly, was because the Hollywood Foreign Press needs to reform. There's still a ton of controversy over their lack of diversity and unethical behavior. So no show, but they did announce the winners online. Best drama, that went to The Power of the Dog. It's Benedict Cumberbatch and Kirsten Dunst, their movie. It looks good. Best actress in a drama, that went to Nicole Kidman in Being the Ricardos. That's the movie about Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. Best actor in a drama, Will Smith. Not even going to mention his farts. In the movie King Richard, this movie about Venus and Serena's dad, Richard Williams. West Side Story won a few things. Billie Eilish won Best Original Song for her James Bond theme, No Time to Die. Best Animated Feature Film, Encanto won that one. My kids just watched it. They love it. They won't stop saying, we don't talk about Bruno, no. So congrats, Encanto. In TV, Succession won Best Drama Series, even though it's kind of a comedy in my opinion. Jason Sudeikis won for Ted Lasso. Kate Winslet won for Mayor of Easttown, both great shows. We just found out that the new Pixar movie, it's called Turning Red, it's skipping theaters. It's going to be available on Disney Plus in March 11th to be exact. Spider-Man No Way Home, I still haven't seen it. I want to. Still #1 at the box office. I wish I could say I've avoided spoilers, but I haven't, so I know some of the stuff in the movie, and it really looks great. Bill Murray confirmed that he's playing a villain in the next Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. That's awesome. And speaking of a bad guy in a superhero movie, we just got to look at the Riddler in the upcoming Batman movie starring Robert Pattinson. Paul Dano, he's an amazing actor. He's starring as the Riddler, but you wouldn't know it looking at these photos. It's a strange look. If you want to see it, it's up on our Instagram as well. Again, at First Thing Pod on Instagram. I guess this look is like inspired by the Zodiac Killer, which makes it pretty darn creepy. And we just found out that Scott Pilgrim is being adapted into an animated series for Netflix. On TV today and tonight, The Bachelor is on ABC. I guess Hilary Duff is in this episode. She's a guest star on the group date. That's My Jam is new on NBC. Also 911 Lone Star, The Cleaning Lady, and Ordinary Joe are all on tonight. And Drew Barrymore, this is pretty cool. She's hosting screen guests all week on The Drew Barrymore Show. So today it's Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette. All right, let's talk about music. First off, The Weeknd put out a new album on Friday, and I just want to say, mwah, chef's kiss. It's amazing. I listened to it a bunch over the weekend. Dawn FM is the name of it. Jim Carrey is actually a part of it. He's like a radio DJ on a station called Dawn FM. He kind of narrates throughout the album. Those two are friends too. They're neighbors, and I know that at one point they said that they like would watch each other through telescopes at home. Seems weird, but if it works for them. And a lot of people think that The Weeknd alludes to that rumored relationship with Angelina Jolie on the album. He talks about his movie star girlfriend and the age gap between them. Those rumors have been out there for a while. It's a great album. I highly recommend it. And I don't know if you saw this, but Pete Davidson raps now. He came out on stage with Jack Harlow. It sounded okay. I have video of that on our Instagram as well. A man was arrested, and this is scary, at a Doja Cat concert in Indianapolis on Saturday. It was a free show. People were waiting in line for more than 12 hours in the freezing cold, and then this a-hole shows up, tries pushing his way to the front, saying, "I have a bomb in my backpack." So someone reported and he was arrested. Turns out he didn't have a bomb, and he didn't get to see the show. Demi Lovato just completed a rehab stay. Then they shaved the sides of their head and got a big spider tattoo above the ear. It's not a bad place to get a tattoo. I mean, just grow the hair out if you get sick of it. CD sales are up in the U.S. for the first time since 2004. A lot of people are giving Adele some of the credit there. And sorry, Adele, but the soundtrack for Encanto, I was just talking about it. We don't talk about Bruno, no. Just knocked her off the top of the Billboard 200. And country fans, Miranda Lambert and Little Big Town just announced the return of the Bandwagon Tour. They did this in 2018, and they're bringing it back later this year. All right, some additional headlines before I get out of here today. Today is the day that KFC starts serving plant-based chicken. It's the Beyond company, Beyond Meat. Beyond's meatless chicken is now available in select locations nationwide. I don't eat meat, so I love to see it. Schools in Massachusetts are now using dogs to detect COVID. They're COVID-sniffing dogs, and they're actually apparently pretty accurate. Even some bands are doing this backstage, like to sniff it out in crew members and stuff. I guess Metallica has a COVID dog. And I know I said I was done with fart stories earlier. There's not a fart story, but just bear with me for a second. Lego is in the news. the first ever Lego butthole is now available. There's this tiger set. It's called Majestic Tiger. And for the first time ever, it includes a Lego butthole. There's a little pink piece that goes underneath the tiger's tail. Anatomically correct. I respect it. In a new poll, 39% of people said they still have Christmas decorations up. Is that you? We took down, I want to say like 95% of ours, but you just get a little lazy with those last few things. I'm going to end the show with a positive story every day because the news can be a bit of a bummer, I know that. This one I like. A dog was stolen 8 years ago, and it was finally returned to its owners. It's incredible. The dog, named Cassie, was stolen as a puppy, and after a raid on a puppy mill, she was found and reunited with her family. Plus, Cassie just had puppies of her own, which that family is happily adopting. We have video of their reunion on Instagram, again, at First Thing Pod on Instagram. All right, friends, this is where I leave you, and I just want to say thank you again. I've wanted to do this show for a long time, and I want to do it for a long time. So the fact that you were here and you're supporting it on day one really means the world to me. I can't overstate that enough. I hope you come back tomorrow. Less fart stories, I promise. I couldn't possibly have more than I did today. I will be here tomorrow and every day, first thing in the morning. Have a great Monday, friends.